Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, me no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never ran, so no, man, I still go. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. Sometimes I feel like all is lost, but I know it's not true. I wanna put up all my walls cause I'm not in the mood, but then I cut myself off from the rest of the room. I know that time can heal it all if you're patient, and soon it can all be worth it, all the searching. Pain is never really permanent, but damn it hurts, man. I could feel all of the turbulence and it's concerning. I've been searching for a purpose, I hope it's worth it. This society is really trying me. Ain't no hide and seek, I hide to be far from anxiety. I need my space, I need my privacy, I need some silence, please. You're all too loud, you don't speak quietly. Opinions violently thrown across every surface, it makes me nervous. Is the world honestly burning? That's all I'm learning. Hope that we can make a turn and start reversing. All our minds and put the work in, we got some work, man. I started to do. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop.
What is going on, crypto fam? Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Nightcap. We're doing this every Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're bringing you some of the most important market news as well as technical analysis that you can actually use for tomorrow. And today has been banana land. All right, we were up about 98K. Everything's looking good. Bad data. All right, it dumpsy dude. You know how it go. And then we have since pretty much recovered right back to where we started today, even with bad data. Now, if you guys have been watching the show, we have been talking about a couple key levels, and guess what? We're hitting them. We're hitting them all over the place. So liquidity has been the name of the game. You've been seeing the wicks go down and grab that liquidity and then just bounce around, ping pong, bingo, bango, whatever you guys want to call it. It has been some interesting price action, and your boy took some profit today. All right, so you guys know I've been in about 4 long positions. I've held on to them for quite some time at this point. We're going up, kind of having double top-ish look to it. I'm done watching it. All right. So we got up to about where I want it to be. And right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for it to break. So we'll look at that when we get to the charts here in a minute. But let's go ahead and get over to the chat. Give some shout outs to everyone in here. Much love to you guys for being here, hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Definitely missing Alex, man. That was a good time yesterday. I had a lot of fun with that. Shout out to him. Shout out for him coming on. That was super cool. So, all right, Jesse, good look. What's up, dude? Good to see you in here. Who else? We got Trade Intuition, Bingo Bango. What's up, my guy? How are you? Good to see you. Al Jr. Good evening, sir. Good evening to you. Who else? Alexandra G. Of course she's in here. How are you? Our lovely mod queen. Hope all is well with you. Crypto Chef. Go. You know. That tune goes hard, man. All right, who else we got in? Scrolling down just a little bit here. We got Jay Violet. Hey, how you doing? And who else? Who else? Scrolling. Wick's wife, fine 89. How you doing, lady? Hope you're having a good night. Scrolling down a little bit more. And my man, username. Guess who's back? Back again. Username. He's back. All right. Scrolling down. Who else we got? Who else? Chris Klein, LFG. So glad I caught the show from the start. Let's go, man. Let's go. Trying to get that alpha. I know what's up. I know what's up. And then, of course, K Diggity. No doubt. No doubt. Wick 589. What's up, man? Good to see you as well. Good to see you. How do I sound tonight? So I went back and I listened to some of the audio and I was like, that's trash. That sounds so bad. And I've been using, because I'm traveling, if you guys don't know, I'm traveling. So I've been using my headphones and I was like, man, that just it doesn't sound good. And I was using some software that I don't typically use. I like using Wavelength. So you know what? For you guys, I've gotten myself a little travel mic. All right, there you go. So hopefully it sounds pretty good tonight. I'm going to go back and check it. I'll tweak it again. But yeah, you know. What's up? Who else we got in here? Crypto Billy. What's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Excited for Monday, man. This will be it'll be fun. It'll be fun. And of course, I think you had a pretty good turnout last night on your space. Billy Goat Tales, you guys know Tuesday nights, that's when they do their space. So definitely check that out if you got the time on Tuesday night. It's always it's some good alpha, man. Like, and it's not just like crypto all the time. Like, it's life. It's, you know, how to be successful. There's a lot of lessons that you can learn and you can take from other people and, you know, apply that stuff to your own life. And, you know, I think that's just super cool what they're doing over there. Love those guys, love the team. They're pretty cool. All right. Melissa, what is up with you? How you doing? All right. Crypto Society. You say, hey, at Trade Intuition. Where's the love, dog? Where's the love? All right, all good, all good. You can give Joe some love, respect. Retro Mike Tech, what's up, man? I can spot an Elgato Neo from a mile away. You know it, man. That is a Neo. I definitely watched quite a few reviews, man. I just needed something that was relatively budget, but had an okay sound, at least good enough to do podcast style YouTube, and this fits the bill. So they just updated Wavelength. So for you guys that are content creators, they just updated it and they added Wavelength 2.0. Wavelength 2.0 now has this AI software that's essentially a noise suppression software, and it seems to work pretty decent. We'll see how that is, but I really like Wavelength. It just makes things a lot cleaner, easier. And it has a compressor on there. It also has an EQ, so you can kind of tweak things the way you want to sound. I'm happy so far. So all good. Oh, whoa, hey, hold up. Let's go. 7K subs for Piper Academy Network. Let's go. Let's go to the page real quick. I'm gonna go to the page. I'm gonna pull that up. You guys can do that with me. Let's go. You know I got those admin rights here. Let's see. 7,008, baby. Bro, I remember coming over to the channel. I think we were at, I want to say it was like 368. And here we are. 7,008, man. This is crazy. It's been shooting up the past couple of days too, like 156 in the last 28 days. I think that number is going to update. Sometimes that's a lagging number, but man, that's cool. That's cool. Congratulations to the team. Thank you, everyone like that puts in time to this too, because you know, like doing this content, like this is not a high paying job, let me tell you. Like the take home for this in terms of everything this channel makes is like 150 bucks a month. So like it's not a lot, and we put a lot of time into it, and it's cool to see it. It's cool to see us grow. Looking for 10K. Super excited for that to happen. But I shout out to Joe, shout out to LBC, shout out to Piper for giving us all a chance. Blackie Chan, you know, BC Pork Corp, like all you guys, man, just making it happen. Crypto Trades, he's doing some stuff in the background. He's doing his best Crux impression now. So all you dudes, congrats. Super stoked to be part of it. And just want to say shout out. Shout out. All right. Let's see. Who else we got in here? Lunchable Connoisseur. He said, howdy, everyone. What's up? What's up? How you doing? Wavelink works great. You're darn right. Darn right, man. Here we go. All right. Hopefully I called everybody there. If I didn't, yell at me. Melissa, I don't know if I got you, but hello. $155 a month. Yeah, man. We balling. Balling over here, you know? I mean, me and Piper, like straight up, it's not about the money. Like I there's a lot of times where it comes down to decisions and me and Piper are just like, just give it to him. Let's go. Like let them feast, man. Let them boys eat. Let's go. I'm here because I want to teach people and, just kind of go through the journey with you guys. And there's mistakes that I made along the way. I can teach you some things. And you guys can teach me some things too. So don't think for a second that I'm not listening to you guys as much as I'm trying to teach you, just my methodology, we'll say, as we go through this. But anyways, all right, enough of that. Congrats, y'all. I'm stoked. Let's go ahead and get into the show. All right. First up, we got here is the market update. Total market cap is sitting at 3.23 trillion. That is up 2.74%. 24-hour trading volume is at 129 billion. That is up 22%. And Bitcoin dominance is falling. It is now at 59.97%. So we are under that magical 60% number that we've been seeing for, say, a few days here. That is down 0.32%. You could see that rotation back into some alts now that we see that consolidation for Bitcoin. That would be pretty nice for you guys because I know a lot of you are heavily invested in alts. Fear and Greed Index currently sitting at 35. I believe that is still, no, it's actually bumped up. So it just updated. It bumped up to neutral. So we are now at 40 for the Fear and Greed Index. Bitcoin price is currently sitting at $97,870. Ethereum is at $2,735. So Bitcoin's up 1.86% over 24 hours, and Ethereum is up 4.74% over 24 hours. So Ethereum making a little bit of a move there. Still is a little bit down there over 7 days. So that is that quick look at the update. Let's get over to our first segment here. This is probably the funnest thing that we do. It looks like you guys are already putting some votes in. It is our daily degen. All right, so daily degen. If you guys are new here, the way this works is you guys, as the audience, get an opportunity to vote on a crypto vote whether we're going to go long or short. Usually I pick the crypto, but you get to vote whether we go long or short. I'm going to go ahead and put in a 20x play on it. No TA. That's why it's a degen segment. We just go with it and see what happens. Sometimes we watch TradeFly's money just fly away. It's all right. It's all right, though. Let's go ahead. Let's scroll down. I think we got beat up on Barra yesterday, if I remember correctly. That was down like 60% or something nutty. Rolling down. Let's see. Scrolling. Looking. Swarm. That's down 13%. I ain't messing with that. How about bio? Don't know diggity about that. See what I did there? I don't know diggity. About it. All right. Man, that's had a nice little push up there. And you're at a horizontal. Let's see what else we can see. I don't want to get whooped. Oh, you know what? Pingu's been having some bullish news. They're going to get listed on Coinbase, if you don't know. Let's do that. Let's go 20x. Confirm. Let's actually hit market this time. And Oh, I'm not Pingu, USDT. There we go. All right, market. There it is. It's in. 20x long on Pingu because you guys, 69% are long. 26 votes. 26 votes. You guys are perpetually bullish. It's kind of your thing. It's your MO at this point. Good news, too. I have found a way to actually get my chat right next to my my browser. So this is kind of nice. I can see you guys going through ICP. Oh, sorry, man. I missed that. I approve your word. K Diggity. I figured you would, man. I figured you would. There it is. All right. Never long resistance. Yeah, well, I don't know what to tell you. I'm a man of the people, Piper. The people have spoken. They said go long. They said go long. So we've done it. That's what happens. All right, let's get over to the news and then we will get into our market update. So, but first up, let's talk about this. All right, FedChair Pal says the Federal Reserve won't block banks from serving legal crypto customers. Cool. So just another step towards adoption, regulation, yada, yada, yada. That's good news. We'll call it bullish. All right, moving on. I'm not going to beat it up too much. Coinbase Derivatives is set to launch Solana and Hedera futures. Now, this is big. So Coinbase does have a futures area now, we'll say. I haven't dabbled in it too much. I've done a little bit. I did a couple trades here and there. I was thinking about making a video at one point, and then I got inundated with work, and I trade on Blowfin all the time. So, I mean, that's what we use here on the Piper Academy. If you guys need that, go down the description. Feel free to go through the link. That would be dope. But yeah, man, it's cool though. Like, one, it's good for Solana, it's good for Hedera. But two, Coinbase having futures, making it a little bit easier for people to access and kind of trade leverage. It's very small. Last time I checked, it was like 3%, and then there was certain restrictions where you could use up to 5%. I'll have to check to see if that changed. But again, I mean, it's a step in the right direction for those that like to use a little bit of leverage. If you guys saw my recent plays, I didn't use more than 5x. All right, so I had 2 open long positions. They were 3x, and then I had 2 open long positions that were 5x, and that was it. So something like that would kind of fit what I do personally, right? I use a little bit more capital, a little bit less leverage. There's other people out there, man, they'll sling around $50 to $100 and they just get willy-nilly with it, but they're willing to throw that money away, right? Their stop loss is getting liquidated essentially, and that is why you look at the liquidation heat map, because of those crazy people. You can really find a lot of times where the wick's going to go based on people putting those leverage positions in play. So, all right, next thing up, we got the Kabisi letter. Oh, you know what that means. We got to bring up our dude Elmer Fudd. Sound the siren. That was a little delayed. Sorry about that. All right, let's get over to the news here, and here we go. So I was kind of reading through all of this, and you probably heard Piper talk about this quite a bit. Things have kind of changed because I had to squeeze the browser a little bit. I might have to now reduce the zoom. There you go. All right, so the Fed's worst nightmare just got worse. Leave it to Kabisi letter, right? Home of the FUD. CPI inflation just officially jumped 0.5% in 1 month, the largest increase since August 2023. Core CPI inflation was expected to fall to 3.1%, but instead rose to 3.3%. What does this mean? I'll save you the explanation. I'll save you reading all of this. Weakening labor market, higher inflation. And not only that, if you go back the last 3-4 months, you're going to see inflation just trending up and right. What is that? Stagflation. Why is it bad? Think about it. Less people in the labor force, or less people being able to afford certain products, and then inflation is continuing to go up. That's a bad recipe, right? That's bad. So here we go again. Inflation's on the rise. And this, real talk, this does not surprise me a single bit. And the reason is I was 90% confident they were going to leave Trump a poop sandwich when they left. And the other thing is, we were talking about this earlier, I think there's going to be a little bit more transparency in the numbers now. And, I could be wrong, but it is an assumption. I think that they're going to make them be like, you know what? Like, we're not going to BS. Like, it is what it is, and we're going to work through it. That's kind of the feeling I got right now, to be honest with you. But anyways, it's not looking good, man. And Piper's been talking about this quite a bit. The data really has just not been good. It hasn't been great for quite some time, to be honest. So it really took me off guard when Powell had a very dovish stance, I'll say, during the last like FOMC meeting. He was like, oh yeah, it's all good. Everything's trending in the right direction. And then boom, this. Like, how did you not see this? Enlighten me, bro. Like, inflation's been trending up for like months. How did you not see it? And so, I don't know, man. I don't know how much longer that dude's gonna last, to be honest with you. We'll see. We'll see. I think he'll get replaced though. And not that I truly like dislike him. I just think he'll be kind of a scapegoat in a sense. All right, let's go over the economic calendar. Let's look at that. Don't need those notifications. Cool. So here it is. All right. Core inflation rate month over month, that was at 0.4%. Consensus forecast was at 0.3. Core inflation rate year over year, that was at 3.3%. Consensus and forecast was at 3.1. All right. Inflation rate month over month, year over year. So month over month was 0.5. Consensus 0.3, forecast 0.2. Inflation rate year over year 3%. Consensus 2.9, forecast 2.9. So there you go, man. All the numbers were not good at all, to be honest with you. All right, next thing you got up is PPI month over month. That will be tomorrow. And then on Friday, Valentine's Day. Hope you're taking out your significant other. That's going to be retail sales month over month. So don't think that this can't make the market move. I've seen it shake the market before. So keep a lookout on that as well. But you still got some more data coming out over the next 2 days. Be careful with that. But as you can see, Bitcoin price recovered. All right. Even after bad data, it was a pretty quick recovery. I mean, think about it. We did it 12 hours. 12 hours. We're back to where we started. So all good. All good. Red Lobster's still around. Dude, my kid wanted to try lobster and he was like, let's go to Red Lobster. And I was like, all right, man. It's not great, but we'll go. Dude, I'm never going back. Like, I hope that place just closes down. And I'm sorry if people out there like it, but it was terrible. There was nothing good about it. But was good. I went to this place out here. I'm out in Houston, Texas. If you guys don't know, I went to a place out here. Dude, it was a steakhouse and it had steak with lump crab meat over top of the steak over fried asparagus. Dude, stupid. Absolutely stupid. It was so good. I'm definitely going to go back to that place. There's no doubt about it. And yep, Alex O said we'll talk about food at some point. He ain't wrong. All right, let's look at the crypto bubbles. Cake is up 43.3%. That thing is booming over the last 48 hours. My understanding is they are having some kind of summit coming up here soon, and there's some affiliation deal going on with Cake right now. So they think that there's a lot of liquidity that's going to be flowing into Cake. If you guys know something more, let me know in the chat. But that was all that Piper could find earlier when I was asking the question. XCN looking good. That's up 27.2%. S is up. What is S? Sonic. There you go. Formerly Phantom. There you go. All right, that's up 21.2%. JTO up 14.9%. Those are kind of your big movers. All right, that's all I see in terms of big movers. Who's getting hit? Hex. Yes. Good for you. Pulse is down 1.9%. Those are connected if you don't know. DXE, that, or DEXE is down 3.6%. Everything else looks to be green. In terms of known commodities, let me look here. Doge is up 5%. Ondo 3.4%. Gallows making a move. Everything's kind of between 5 to 10%. Nothing too crazy on the board, really. Cake is the big mover. Cake is the big mover. Winner of the day is Cake. All right. Let's look at the liquidation heat map. We got to talk about it. So you can see we are kind of breaking this trend, right? So we were kind of consolidating, and then we're just really starting to push our way down. And then we made a massive move today. All right, really nice move, really in both directions, but we made a nice move up, and the trend is now on a shorter time frame, right? And when I say trend, I'm saying less than a day, but it's working its way up towards this liquidity right here. So I would not be surprised to see this liquidity get taken. It's pretty close. All right, we've already hit 98K, which is where I decided to exit. Kind of a psychological area, kind of close to where we had resistance. But there's liquidity up here, and I think that liquidity is ripe for the taking. Do not be surprised to see a wick up there. So let's keep that in mind here, knowing that we have liquidity at 98. We'll call it 98.5, 98.55. And then liquidity down here, really at about 93.4. Not as concerned about this liquidity down here, not right now. So let's go over to Bitcoin. We'll look at that. And what I say, 98.5, I already got it marked. I can move this one down because we actually cleared this liquidity. So this, when you look at this right now, you're like, okay, well, he has liquidity at 94.6. Well, that's because that was this morning. So this is where I put my liquidity mark to be like, hey, this is where we have liquidity. That's gone now, right? That wick came down, took it out. Now our liquidity is back down to 93.4. So we just move it. And I'm going to keep this on my chart. I'm just going to kind of move it and keep it so that I have a visual representation on my chart of where this liquidity starts. I mean, you can see where kind of the closest alligator to the boat is. That's 98.5, right? 98.5. And then if you look at this on a smaller time frame, this price action, I don't know what this scammy wick was right here. I only saw it on Coinbase. I don't see it in Blowfin on futures or anything. So I'm not really sure what this was all about. But there was a little like scam wick going on for Coinbase in particular. I don't think it was on any of the other ones I looked at. So you're getting a retest, right? So you broke this trend line, which is what I was looking for. Retest, you get that OC retest, and then you look for continuation of the upside. Now you're probably like, why didn't you stay in the trade? Well, I wasn't. I was content, just content where I was at. I've seen it get rejected a few times up in this area. I want to kind of beat the price action. Now, if it breaks, there's opportunity to get back in, and that is perfectly fine with me, right? This isn't a long-term hold. This isn't something that I'm going to look back on and be like, oh, I missed 2%. I don't even care. I don't care. So this is what I'm talking about here. Like, we'll look for this. All right, price come up, price come down, and then look for it to go back up. All right, so you get that OC retest. But right now, this is the area. This is kind of my line in the sand, right? You have liquidity here. So again, this is what you really got to be careful of. And I want you guys to watch for this. Let me move this out of the way here. Watch for, let me get my, where's my paintbrush at? There it is. Be careful that you see something like this, right? Where the wick comes up. That's terrible. Let's try it that way. That's good enough. All right, whatever. All right, the wick comes up, but it quickly comes back under this range. Okay? So if you get the body of the candle close underneath of this range at 98.5, be very, very careful. Okay? So, because what that is there's liquidity up here, right? We've established that. Liquidity sitting here. All right, so knowing that liquidity is up here, you could see a quick wick up here to clear that liquidity out and then come back into the range and then continue its way back down. So look for that. If you get a close over top of this area, okay, then that might be a little bit better. If you get a retest of the area, now we're talking business, right? So you get a couple candle closes up over the range, then it works its way back down, retest this area. Now we're talking about an opportunity to see that continuation up and right. That would make me feel a lot more comfortable about getting into a long position on Bitcoin right now. Right now, we're a little too close to this area where I think we could see a rejection, right? Clear the liquidity, come back down, and then you get stuck, and that's just no fun, right? So wait it out. And if you're in, you do you. I told you I've exited. We can actually go back. I'll show you guys that real quick as well. Let's pull that up so you guys can see it. Oh, Pingu up 13%. Look at y'all. See? You guys know what you're doing. Order history. There you go. Well, there it is. So there you go. We got a 52% banger there. That was on AVAX. Again, that was kind of during the dip, so made about 800 some dollars. 96% banger on ADA. So that one, you got a little boost because of the news that came out with the ETF. Got a little bit fortunate, we'll say. That almost doubled the percentage return, because understand that I actually put less margin on that one. But that one was 968 bucks. That's looking good. And then that's your guys from last night. Barra. Soul, that was up 3.96%. That was only like 20 bucks. But I just got into an area where I was like, you know what? I was looking to get a 2-to-1 risk to reward on Bitcoin. I got it. I got my $200. I was comfy with that, and so I went ahead and closed the trade because that's what I was in it for, 2-to-1, right? So stick to your guns sometimes. Let's go back to the charts here, looking at that again. Kind of, 98.5 is a good spot for you guys to keep an eye on. This trend line really is something you want to watch for too. As we're sitting here right now with price action in this area over top of this trend line, and I just want you to see it. Let me zoom out just a little bit for you. Bring it down. Actually, you know what? Let's just make it. There it is. Is this on the hourly? Wait, that's too small. There we go. This makes it a little bit more clear for you guys to see. So this trend line right here, you can see, I mean, it's been honoring it kind of as it's working its way down. So it finally just broke. And now we're really waiting for that to see if we're going to get that continuation up and right. But keep an eye on it, because if you fall below this trend line and you kind of break back down, get under the dynamic reactor, there's a pretty good likelihood that, we could pogo continuing in that range, right? So pogoing, I'm just saying kind of bounce around, right? Just continue that. So you got to be very, very careful where we're at right now. If you're not in a position, again, this is not where I would take a long, just for full transparency. I know some people will trade the breakout retest of a trend line or a formation. Ultimately, though, this is technically bearish, right? I mean, not bearish, technically bullish, right? You should see a breakout to the upside, which it looks like it's trying to do. But there's a lot going on right now with having the negative data that we do with CPI. It's very interesting. You got to hawk the other markets too, right? Keep an eye on the NASDAQ, keep an eye on the S&P, see what they're doing, see how they're reacting. That actually helped me catch something yesterday, because there was getting to a point and I was like, all right, like we're getting back down, we're kind of sweeping the lows here and we're going after some liquidity. And I was like, well, hold on. NASDAQ's getting balled up. It's like it moved substantially before Bitcoin did, and then 30 minutes later, hour later, Bitcoin followed right along. So NASDAQ was actually, helped me kind of get ahead of my thinking when I was looking at Bitcoin. So anyways, looking down here, you got liquidity down here. This is kind of your line in the sand. We've talked about this channel ad nauseum, won't beat it up, the yellow line. But that right there, that's kind of your line in the sand. You don't want to see a weekly close underneath of that. That changes everything if you do. In terms of short-term stuff, I think we got a weekly pivot that is up at about 100K. I don't know why that's not on my chart right now, but it's about 100K. All right, so you'll have to trust me on that. That's going to add to probably some resistance. So I think if we break this area and we shoot through this liquidity, you could see a wick as high as 100K, and then look at where you had selling pressure previously, right at about 100K, 100,300 or so, right? So keep an eye on that area at about 100K. Like I said, weekly pivot. Let me see if I can pull that up here. TA's up. Where did that go? I don't know. She gone. Is what it is. Yeah, so there's a couple key areas for you to look at. I'm going to go ahead and just mark that on the chart for you guys so you have something to see visually right here. It was about 100K. All right. So there you go. That's a couple things that I'm looking at for Bitcoin right now. We can look at the oscillator. We'll go to 8 hour. 8 hours fine. So looking at the oscillator, you can see it's starting to trend up. The overall trend is working its way up and right for the oscillator right now. So that's good. That's what you want to see. One bearish thing we'll say that Piper pointed out earlier was the MACD is crossing to the downside on the weekly, and that has not historically led to good things. So, that's, I'd say be careful. Like if you're doing some trades, some quick trades, wham bam, thank you ma'am, in and out, just kind of knowing that there's some things looming right now in terms of data and some bearish setups, we'll say, because ultimately when you're looking at this from here to here, that's bearish, man. That trend is down. There's no arguing that. So the other thing that I was pointing out yesterday is that we're at about 93 days. We're actually following a very similar pattern to the last time we ranged through a period of 3 months. Very eerily similar to the previous range. So we're almost doing the same exact thing. But what did we ultimately do? Ultimately broke to the upside. It just took a long time. It took actually over 200 days, over 250 days for us to actually break this range. So not saying we'll be stuck here that long, but there's a few things to keep in mind. Sentiment, as well as once you get over 100,000, people get a little hesitant to start jumping into Bitcoin. They jump into altcoins, then they get wrecked, and then they don't like crypto anymore, yada, yada, yada. That's, we've been having this conversation quite a bit here recently. We're like, why is the sentiment so bad? And it's really because I think a lot of people have jumped into crypto, but they've jumped into altcoins and they haven't had a heavy percentage of their portfolio in Bitcoin. And I'll say I'm very much of the mindset, and there's people that are actually more extreme than I am, but if at least 50% of the portfolio should be Bitcoin. That's what I recommend to people, like when they're getting in. Obviously, a lot of you that are in, the chat, a little bit more experience, been trading crypto for a while, you kind of do your thing, a little bit more familiar. But people that are getting in that are new, like I say 50% Bitcoin, and I used to say 25% Ethereum. My tune has changed a little bit. I think I might skirt that up to maybe 70% Bitcoin, and then start kind of with your large to mid caps and work your way down that way. But that's my own thing. That's my own thing. I think Bitcoin is the way. All right. So let's get in the chat. See what you guys got going on here. Can only imagine you guys are always getting unhinged in here. 100% virtuals. I hope you're kidding. I hope you're kidding. All right. C90 for the win. What's up? How you doing? 60%? Are you saying 60% Bitcoin? Let's see what else we got in here. Randy, what's up? How you doing, man? Good to see you. You've been in the chat a lot lately. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. Good to see you. LBC. Oh, well, damn. Even though I'm not a fan, I genuinely hope he's okay. What, are you talking about Ben? I'm trying to read. LBC, I heard in chats today that AJ said that listened to 80% of AJ's stream today. Much respect. And he said he hadn't talked to him since before his recorded video. Weird. Yeah, I think you guys are talking about Ben. Dude, I I unfollowed Ben a minute ago, but I still keep getting posts. RIP Ben. What? Damn, see, this is what happens when you read backwards. Shit gets weird. So, is that official? Did Ben pass? I know my man was struggling. Like, he had a lot of stuff going on. He's lost everything. Is that why Cassie put something about suicide prevention in one of her posts? That's wild. No, no, no. All right. No. All right. That was Dave's FUD. Oh, gosh. Well, dude, I'm reading between the lines, man. I'm reading between the lines because if you read Cassie's thing on X, it was like basically like Ben's missing, and then she put something at the bottom like he's had a really rough year and is going through a lot, and then she put like a number for like suicide prevention. I was like, what the hell is that about? And so, yeah, all right. This is how rumors get started. Hey, I ain't starting no rumor. All right, I'm done. I ain't talking about it no more. Talked enough about it. Craziness. We're probably already going to get demonetized for saying the word. So there's that. All right, give me something to look at. Goodness gracious, you guys got me going. Give me something to look at. Give me a coin. It's up to you guys. Been posted 13 minutes ago next. There you go. Cool. Glad he's okay, man. No ill will against anyone. Not a fan, but at the same time, definitely never ever want to see anything bad happen to people. It's bad juju. Prayers up, man. I think he needs them. Let's see what we got. Let's look at Tao. All right, Tao. We can do that. Tao. I haven't looked at it in a minute. See if I even have anything on here. Here we go. Oh, it's on Blowfin, so there's not going to be a lot of historicals. Give me a second here. Let me pull something up with a little bit more history. Binance, MEXC. I'm telling you, that's kind of my go-to. Is MEXC. They put things, or they list them quicker than most other exchanges. There you go. Okay. That ain't looking bad, man. That's really not looking bad. Because if you look at a lot of other projects and tokens, it's like made this move down to like the 618. So like this move was made, and then you've seen a move down to the 618. Let's go ahead and do fib retracement on that. Let me open this up a little bit. This is like a pleasant surprise, I'm not gonna lie. All right. Got a high, down to the low. Let's take that. And then go to the high. All right. Look at that. I mean, it's kind of like hard to say that this is actual 618. Theoretically, I should probably take it from here, but macro, what did it come down to? It came down to the platinum pocket, so you've seen that a lot with some of these tokens. Now let's take it from this range right here and to the platinum pocket again. So it likes the platinum pocket, it likes those pullbacks of platinum pocket, and then you're looking for a move. Overall, though, man, like this isn't terrible looking. So, I mean, you can see you went down to the platinum pocket, found support. I take out this wick. Honestly, this wick is, it's trash. Cool. So just trying to find like a really solid area where I can see both support and resistance. Just kind of eyeballing it a little bit. Green means support for me. But if you're looking at this, like when you zoom out just a little bit, you can see here, all right, very clear resistance, very clear support, very clear resistance, and then you actually have a move off of that area. So you get that breakout, nice move to the upside, comes back down and retest it. All right, so you got some closes here, but there's buying pressure here. And that kind of lines up, not quite, but this area here at about 240 or so. But that's, I mean, that's kind of your support area that I'd keep an eye on. Looking at it, let's see, getting a little bit of a trend down. So, oops, don't want that. Let's look, trend line, cool. I mean, you're at an area of resistance of the trend line. You're looking at a potential breakout though. Right? This pattern is theoretically bullish, right? You got ascending channel. Jesse, I appreciate you, my dude. Thank you for the super chat. Smash that like for Jesse. Good look. Let's go. But yeah, theoretically, I mean, this is not bad looking. Your oscillator on the daily is 45, not it's more than 45 degrees up. This thing is pushing up pretty nice, right? If you look at that, nice move up here. Look here, last time you saw it look like that. It had a nice move up here, right? So moves up to the bottom of the range, from the bottom of the range to the top of the range. But now you're looking at it already being at the top of the range, right? So you're putting some pressure on this to potentially have a break. Let's now also use fixed range volume profile. Let's look at that. All right. So this is about where I'd say it established the range. Go to the end. You're working up against point of control too. Look at that, man. Value area low is where it really found support. You Frankie Candles peoples. So even the point of control, you can see, has actually been acting as support and resistance at times. So just kind of building the case here, building a little confluence. Of course, I'm on the daily. You got some resistance to the top side. So if you're thinking about a long position right now for BitTensor, I would say hold on that. You break out of this little trend line right here, and you get over the point of control. Might have an opportunity here for a nice little play up to at least the value area high. Yeah, dude, sign me up for that. That's a 30% move. Doesn't look like much when you're just kind of looking at the channel here, but 30% from the point of control up to the value area high. So yeah, man, there's something for you to keep an eye on. All right, so your point of control right now is at $460. So I would look for, the old OC retest, get that confirmation that you're looking for that, or, hoping for the continuation, right? But what you'll want to see is the oscillator continue to work its way up. You may go down to a lower time frame, like the 4 hour or something like that. Just make sure that you still have strength going into the move, okay? Don't make sure it's not dumping, through the floor, and then you're trying to take a long on it. That sometimes gets weird, all right? So, I mean, but there you go, man. That's a nice little spot for you to look at. You could totally find some support at $350. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't short right now, and I wouldn't take a long right here. Again, I would let it get over top of this area right here. So that's kind of my line in the sand at about 460. You get some closes over top of that, then we start talking about bigger and better things. So there you go. Pretty quick look at BitTensor. What else you guys got? Val, point of control, value area high. What's up? Oh gosh. I don't even know. All right. Shout out to the volume profiles. I mean, like, I like to incorporate them. It's not like my end all be all trading strategy. It helps add confluence. And I really love, like, when the profiles line up with significant levels, like the value area low for Bitcoin, right? It was lining up with my channel at one point. I think it still is at around 92.5. So yeah, I'm going to use that. That is definitely something I'm going to take into consideration. And then when you see the point of control and you can see it actually acting as support and resistance, then yeah, I'm going to take that into consideration too. I mean, pretty much all three of these areas within this fixed range volume profile are showing you price action off of those levels. So, you use them for sure. There's no doubt about it. But like, you can look at the point of control for Bitcoin right now. It's not support or resistance. It's literally just the median. And sometimes you have to understand that because it's just where the most volume is at, right? So, understand that it's not a fail safe, right? It's not like, all right, we're definitely going to get action off of this. But I would prefer, like, when I'm seeing a trend line and I'm seeing point of control kind of line up in one spot, I would I would prefer that we see that break. I'm not going to long right here at where I perceive resistance. right? Or potential resistance is probably the better word for it. And then if this starts to bend over, especially on lower time frames, then, you know, you could see the price action work its way back down and stay in this channel. You know, that's definitely out there. But in terms of, you know, looking for a play, again, I would let it break that area. All right. Here we go. Let's get to 50 likes. Yeah. I'm down. I'm down. Man, username, for real, Luna. You ain't right, dude. You ain't right. What else we got in here? Let's see. Scrolling, looking through here. What haven't we talked about in a while? You guys pooped on Gala yesterday, so I didn't look at that. Look at AVAX still moving. Probably should have stayed in that trade. I got that at 22, man. ADA, I caught that at 60 cents. So it's both of them are back about where I exited. That's cool. Again, I'm waiting to see Bitcoin break. What's Bitcoin at? 98? That's why they're up. That's where I exited. It was about 98. 98,060, I think, is about where I dumped it. Let's see. What do you guys got in here? Soul. Let's do it. I see some soul. All right. Soul Train. Let's do it. Close this down. Let's take a look-see. Oh, yeah, I had Soul. That was another one of my plays. And it was, I caught that, I think it was at 190. And you can see my little buy logo here. Bitcoin logo. But it also means you might buy. All right, so I was looking at this trend line. I remember talking about this now. I was looking at this trend line, and it was like sitting on the trend line, and I was like, man, it's been honoring that trend line. I bet there's an opportunity. This is the daily, so I picked it up here. That's where it was. So, yeah, you got that wick down, sweep the liquidity, and then boom, you're sitting at 190 with a horizontal, reestablish the range. I was like, yeah, I'm going to take that. All right, what do we got here? LBC, member for 1 month. I love you all to the moon and further. Remember, it's a miracle our space dust came together and brought us here to this very moment together. Wow. My dude. LBC, you're good peeps, man. You're good peeps. Love you long time, bro. All right, so looking at Sol now, post me making money off of it. So 190 key. This green line, ain't no kind of about it. This green line right here is a nice area of support, right? You got the trend line that's working its way up, kind of showing you confluence there. So you got two things kind of lining up here. But that's a nice little area. But if you zoom out, if you're looking at Solana, still looking good, right? You can actually take probably from here to here. It ain't perfect, but you got a nice little channel working its way up. What's the problem with the channel, though? Channels that are ascending are actually bearish or likely to break to the downside. So keep an eye on that, right? Understand that Solana has had a pretty epic move to the upside over the last year. It's been pretty wild to watch. And I had a couple, this one right here. This was the one where I was like, Solana's a buy. And it has taken off. And 200 where I was saying, you know what? That might be it. I was wrong. I was totally wrong. 200, I was thinking about psychological number. I was going back to the historicals. We're bouncing up and down over 200 like it's nothing anymore. So for Solana right now, kind of in the near term here, kind of a similar story in terms of like, hey, wait for it to break kind of deal. But I wouldn't be against a Solana long at this position, right? I think this is a very key level. Just looking back left, you see very significant area of resistance. It tried to get over top of it, and then rejection, poof, right? Took off, retest. It flipped resistance into support. That's why I was bullish on that level at 190. That's why I bought it at 190. I'd say the constant retesting though, that gives me a little bit of a worry. We didn't get a big push off of this area right here. Like we really didn't. Like it's been pretty stagnant. So in terms of the rest of the market is moving, what percentage wise is Solana at? That'd be interesting to know. Yeah, that's not great. Or hold up. That's probably after close. So let me see. Let's go day range. Let me look at the bubbles. The bubbles will tell me. All right. So over the last day, down 0.2%. So over 24 hours. So yeah, I mean, that's not ideal. And there's been a lot of volatility in the market, but look at some of these other things, man. A lot of other things are moving pretty well, pretty well. So I don't know. I mean, I felt good enough to take a long with Solana at 190. I still think that if the market continues to work its way up, Bitcoin continues to work its way up to 218 makes a lot of sense. I would say I'm not really, thinking about taking personally. I'm not thinking about taking another long on Solana until I see it break 218, and that's why you see this little arrow here, little retest. So, I won once. I'm going to sit back, relax, see if this 190 holds. And it's basically like an inverse, right, of this. So if it doesn't break 218 and say it breaks down, then I may look for a short. Because if it breaks down and we get that retest of that area at about 190, it breaks it's breaking out of this trend. Okay, that is not ideal. And then it gets under and you get a retest. Let's go ahead and draw it. Then I would be looking for a move probably down to about 163, and that would be an opportunity then to potentially look at another long. So I don't know. I don't know if Solana is going to lose a little steam or not, but it's been looking really good for a long time at this point. Let me see here. That's terrible. Let's see here. I want to do a fixed range on this. I just want to see where it's at in comparison to the value area high. All right, let's see. I would say this is officially where it entered the range, and that's tough. Let's say the breakout was here. So there you go. So of the previous range, which ends about here, so you're sitting right at the value area high also. So you got a lot of confluence there in one area that would theoretically hold it up. There's a lot lining up for you. So seeing a move up to 218 would not surprise me at all. Again, I am a wait and see on Solana right now. Like I said, I've already entered a trade. I've already closed a trade. I'm good right now. So I'm sitting back on it. We'll see what happens. We'll see if we get that interaction with this area that we think, which I think it'll hold up. And if it does, then I wait for it to break 218. It breaks 218, we get a retest, then I'll be more interested in taking a long position. Sounds weird to want to take a long position at a higher price, but I don't care about what it does long term, just so you understand that. Like I care what it does in the near term, and as long as it moves in the direction that I want, all Gucci. All Gucci with me. All right, LTC been on fire. Cake 2, BNB as well. Yeah, Cake has been crazy. Yeah, I talked about that a little bit earlier. There's a couple things going down with Cake right now. I think one, there's some kind of affiliate deal. They think some liquidity is going to flow into Cake, so it's definitely been moving. And then LTC has been on fire. I haven't really looked at Litecoin in a minute. That's up 4%. Whew. So that retraced all the way from the start. Yeah, you can tell I haven't done a TA on this in a while. What was the last time? July. Dude, that's a hot minute. Let's get rid of this. It's not looking bad either, man. I always like to zoom out a little bit just to get just to get a little better picture of what I'm looking at. So you can see this area is important at about 100, psychological too. So let's go ahead and mark that. Horizontal. Dude, almost right at 100. So look at that. So when you put that horizontal down, you can go all the way back here. This is the history on Binance. So you can go all the way back left. You can see it wasn't perfect touches, but support breakdown. All right, that lets me know this is important. I love this, right? When you see these breakdowns, I love this, and I hope you guys take this on board. Retest of the area, right? And ultimately it ends up breaking down. Circle it, note it, heart it. I don't really care. Put a sad face, put a poop emoji. It's up to you. But put something on there to indicate that you had a breakdown at that support level. And watch what happens. Because, like, think about it. This is what you see, right? It breaks down. And we're sitting here. And we're sitting here. Remember, we have a level of support, right? We have this on the charts. And then price action comes back up to this level that we saw a breakdown. Reject it. Reject it again. Ultimately, reject it again. See what I'm saying? That's why I love these horizontals. Reject it again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll just call this overall 4. Finally, we're making progress, right? So we are now taking resistance and flipping it into support. This is good. This is good for Litecoin, right? This gives it an opportunity to make a run now. So now we're like, where can this go? Well, let's look at a fib extension. There you go. So it's got a little room to run. It's already got rejected in the area of the 618, but I mean 176. That makes sense. Now let's go to 176. Let's draw a horizontal and see if that lines up with anything. So a little bit. I think this is a little tougher to really take a big guess at. Let's see. Zoom in a little bit more on some of the price action though. I would take it a little lower. When you zoom in a little bit, now this makes a little bit more sense. Let's make it pink. The stanky panky. All right, get rejected there. So looking at it, you can see support. All right, try to hold up support, breakdown. Comes back up, key. Support, gets underneath. Again, retest, and then ultimately makes a downtrend off about 168. So you make that line and you annotate that. And then you're like, okay, if price action moves up, this could be a take profit. This could be a level where I take my initial investment out. This could be an area where I close my trade. Or we see a price reversal. This is how you get ahead of it. And I'm a big proponent of that. This is like, if you feel confident in it, like, you know what, we'll get rejected, or I think we'll get rejected in that area. There's times where I'll get ahead of it and I'll just put a limit order and just leave it. I've done that. I've done that quite a few times. I'm not saying to do that right now. I am just saying that there's ways to get ahead of some of these trades so that you're not always sitting here watching the charts. And it's very simple. You just click it, notification, cool, create, boom. Once it hits, you get a little beep beep. You can tie it to your phone so that your phone notifies you, sends you an email, whatever the case may be. But that way it'll let you know. And I'm a big proponent of notifications 100%, right? And then you see how it interacts with that level. But, you can already have that set up. You can have a TP1 here. If you want to hold this for a little bit longer term, you can have a TP1 there. You can have a TP2 here, TP3. Like it's all on how you want to do it in terms of how you've laid out your risk management. but it's definitely a way to get ahead of some of these trades. And that's, I know that some people, they'll do the fixed range volume profiles way out 2 years ago, essentially, and be like, oh, there's a naked point of control out here. Dude, like, I mean, at that point, so much has changed in 2 years. Like, I don't know. Like, I would prefer to have a horizontal where I saw significant price action off of that area personally. If you're doing a point of control or a naked point of control with a fixed range, like on a smaller time frame, like I got it. Like, you might be able to find something in here where you had a naked point of control here or something like that. But you got to be careful with that. But anyways, Litecoin overall doesn't look bad. I mean, the structure is there. It's a nice slow climb up. I kind of like to see that, to be honest. I don't like those big aggressive moves up. This is showing you just a pretty smooth, clean climb. Let me just put a trend on that. So, I mean, that's clearly up and right. This is clearly also up and right. Almost kind of a megaphone, broadening wedge. Gotta be careful with that too. Theoretically, technically, I guess that's bearish. But this looks bullish to me, personally. Higher highs, higher lows. Looks all right. Cool. Litecoin. What else? Well, I guess it's about 8 o'clock. Well, where I'm at, 9 o'clock y'all's time, or East Coast time. Money is overrated. Yeah, can be. Doesn't buy happiness all the time. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. All right. I believe in retro. My man. All right. Well, you know what? I think we're going to close it up for the day. Hope everyone is doing well. Let's go ahead and say our goodbyes. Thank you, everybody, for being in the chat tonight. I appreciate it. Love you guys long time. And I can't believe you guys are still voting on this. Look at 43 votes. This ended 45 minutes ago, you crazy people. All right. Check our Discord out. Come on over there. We are dropping some nuggets. Our trading group is definitely picking up. I have taken a more active role in that, dropping some knowledge in there. LBC was in there as well. He was dropping some nuggets. We're all in trades, in and out of trades, and we're trying to pick up business a little bit. So get over there, check it out. We would love to have you guys. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, get out of here. Hope everybody has a great night tonight. Love you long time. Trade safe, be safe, and I'm out of here.
Welcome to the Nightcap, your TA home. Everybody knows we trade in them zones. Late night, no sleep, yeah, we keep it real. Crypto moves fast, no time for the feels. TradeFly rocking charts, he about to take flight. Crypto Nightcap, where the dark meets the bright. This path ain't cheap, you can dream while you sleep. Steady building wealth, invest in yourself. Breaking it down, good vibes in sight. The makers in tight, adjusting my sight. It's all or nothing, this is how we attack. Get your head right, it's a Crypto Nightcap.